Okay, let's do it.
Come on, show the movie!
I'm going after it. Go home now!
You heard Invincible.
Like I said before, you guys are in big trouble!
We don't usually murder children, but there's always a first time. We warned you, you little shit! Yikes. You're gonna need surgery. And even then, I don't know if we can fix...
That's what happens when you're a bad guy.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Tokyo George, aka Tokyo, one half of your duo.
Other half Surge.
Over the center.
Maniacs.
All right, we are finally finished with season 3 of Invincible.
We were reviewing the main characters of season 3, the arcs, and what they brought to the table. This includes Oliver, Battle Beast, Nolan, with Alan, Conquest, and my favorite part, the variants of Mark.
Yes, and Angstrom Levy.
Forgot about him.
Yes, right.
So he's not boring in my opinion. The
well,
whole multiverse thing.
Oh, well, we'll get into that. But all right, so
we're going to start off with Oliver first.
Yes. So you take it away.
So this season, Oliver has...
Oh, wait, my phone was so dumb.
What?
Because I turned around and was like, where's my phone number? I'm like, I'm using it.
He's out the brains. Anyway, the Oliver, he has grown up with, forget, he's not human at all. He's half Viltrumite, half Draxum. So he grows up fast and gets his powers faster than Mark ever did.
Yeah.
Like he's not a year old. He's like one of the strongest beings on Earth right now.
Yeah, biologically he looks like an 8-year-old, but chronologically he's barely a year old.
And heads up, he's gonna keep changing. He's gonna keep growing up as seasons go on. A lot faster than Mark then.
And the thing is that because of his fast maturity, he feels as if like he can handle a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Plus, you get superpowers, and you don't have that kind of empathy that demand because you're not a human.
Yeah, I mean, like
you're all alien.
You expect him to be reckless with it because he's that young, but at the same time, there's also some like real concern because he is half Omni-Man. You know what I'm saying? So his sensitivity to
life.
to well, not just life, but like those who have less power than him, it's a little screwed up. You know what I'm saying? Taking point example, when he kills the Miller twins.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like his response afterwards was that they deserved it.
They're bad.
And while yes, those guys are assholes or whatever like that, and they definitely would have killed him. At the same time, his response was more like, yes, I killed them, and they deserved it, and it is what it is, as opposed to like, holy shit, like I just killed 2 people. Mark. Sorry, that's my laptop trying to fix itself. But yeah, Mark is trying to not have his brother have the level of sensitivity that his dad has, because his dad was so powerful. So you know, if he
And he lived so long, he saw himself kind of above humans.
yeah,
Which makes sense.
Well, no, I mean he physically, yeah, and intellectually, yeah, he was above humans, but like just emotionally, because of his superior genetics, he felt as if like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, what does it matter? You know what I'm saying? These people are beneath it. Like, he literally treated humans like ants. Like how we step on ants, whatever. Like, oh, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying?
He grew. You know, look, he made friends later on.
Yeah, so while Oliver, you know what I'm saying, like I said, he didn't, you know, obviously he took out two people that were bad. And yes, while we feel like they may deserve it and whatnot, like his response to it was more just like you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like Mark doesn't want him to get used to killing. Like he doesn't want him to get used to killing. He doesn't want him to have that insensitivity, like, bro, this is traumatizing, you know what I'm saying? Like this is like even if these people deserve it, like when he has to, when he has to go like, haywire and really crash out, like he feels bad. Like it's like, holy crap. Like he wants him to still feel like this is still like an emotional.
Yeah, but again though, he's not human at all.
No, but again, he's not human at all. But again, he is surrounded by people who, that have more empathy than what his dad did.
Yeah, because Debbie, MVP is Debbie, of course.
And
all this together.
Well, actually, it's not even that he's not even human, because his mom was very empathetic, but he never really got to grow up with his mom.
Yeah, sadly.
So again, like Mark is trying to teach him, like, hey man, like don't become too insensitive to killing. You know what I'm saying? Kill when you really have to. But as a child, again, he wants him to just learn the basics. A child shouldn't have to kill. So him being so used to killing now, Mark literally sees, oh shit, this guy, if he starts to turn, he could literally become my dad, where killing doesn't mean anything to him.
Yeah. But going from all this, go to Nolan and Alan, the alien, of course.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh no. I wanted to get to Powerplex.
Why?
Because that was a very, like, first of all, his character has a lot of layers to it. I mean, okay,
he's voiced by Alan.
Well, okay, fine. We'll talk about Alan the Alien and Nolan. So, all right, since you wanted,
yeah, now we just talk about it at the same time.
All right.
Okay, Nolan.
Well, damn, you just gave that away now. Yeah, Battle Beast returns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course he did. I don't know how he got captured by those guys, but he did. Viltrumites are just weird sometimes. But yeah, Nolan and Alan, they become friends.
Of course, the two Viltrumites, like,
no, I'm not there. Okay, so Nolan and Alan basically become friends in prison.
Yeah, Nolan,
prison friends for life.
Yeah, so obviously, not obviously, but like, if you've been keeping up with the series, Alan is trying to prepare for the Viltrumite War. You know what I'm saying? And he needs Nolan, because obviously Nolan is one of the strongest there. But Nolan is basically having survivor's remorse.
And guilt
for what he did, so he just feels like he should die, and he's in a Viltrumite prison where, yeah, he's going to die because he failed his mission.
You feel like he deserves it.
Yeah, he does deserve it. You know what I'm saying? He does. Like,
I mean, not for abandoning his people, like for what down.
No. He deserves it for what he did to Earth.
No, I agree.
Yeah, like,
yeah, but it's complicated because Nolan is a powerhouse. He's like one of the strongest in the universe.
Yes, but it doesn't give an excuse to do what he did. But however, this is the start of his redemption arc. You know what I'm saying? So he's feeling the guilt because, Mark's, being the father of Mark for that many years, and obviously,
and that's like a minute though, like 20 years. Come on, that's nothing to him.
No. But at the end, remember in season 1 where he almost was about to annihilate Mark, but Mark was like, he started to have those memories. You know what I'm saying? And Mark still loves him, so he's like, damn, like I actually start feeling for these people. This guy was bred to be just a killer, yeah. And now he's actually feeling emotion. You know what I'm saying? And he feels as if, you know what, I should probably just die for what I did. And Alan's trying to tell him, no, we need you.
Help make up for the bad you've done over the years.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you could redeem yourself by helping us. And then eventually Nolan gets out of his funk. You know what I'm saying? And as Serge just unceremoniously spoiled, yes, Battle Beast returns. You know what I'm saying?
Battle Beast, he plays a big role. I won't say what happens, but damn, he's one of the characters that gets stronger throughout the series.
Well, not this season, but like,
he did kill that one Viltrumite though.
Yes, I mean his purpose is just I gotta kill Viltrumites. You know what I'm saying? And when you said, well, how do you get in that prison? It's 2 Viltrumites. You think like yes first of all when they were breaking out of prison, Battle Beast was fighting that one Viltrumite, and that Viltrumite was giving him their work.
Definitely.
The Viltrumites are bred to kill, so they're going to be they're not an easy task. And Battle Beast, he loves that. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, though I'm sad that we didn't see much of Nolan or Alan this time. We didn't want to kill each other, right?
I did want them to spend because I really like that storyline, but you know what I'm saying, like it's going to be fleshed out more in the later season, in the next season.
Oh yeah.
Now,
give it that though. We got to talk about Nolan's revelation that there's only less than 50 Viltrumites left in the entire universe. Well, pure Viltrumites, not Mark and Oliver.
Oh, he did say that. Yeah, he did.
That's a big relation in the comics too. Like the man is only 50 of your greatest enemies, but that's enough to actually rule the galaxy. When you think about it.
Yeah, because these guys are they're basically like
gods.
But they're basically Hitler Saiyans because they have all these stashes. They have these Hitler stashes, and they're Saiyans.
But not really Hitler. Like it's a tradition for all men of the Viltrumite to grow them.
No, but their stashes like
they're full mustaches. They're not that one corner, one cord thing right there. They're full mustaches.
I guess you're right. Okay. Well, I mean, but it's just they're basically worse version of the Saiyans. You know what I'm saying? Like think of the Saiyans in Dragon Ball Z as they're bad, but the Viltrumites are 10 times that.
Yeah, because they're smart. Because next season, minor spoiler, we will be meeting the one who rules the Viltrumite Empire.
Well, first of all, we'll get
to the end.
Yeah, we'll get. I
will not spell any name though. I won't just say his name though.
Yes.
Or their name even.
Yeah, who should not be named right now.
Yeah, okay.
But I want to get to Powerplex. Now,
voiced by
come on now.
Breaking
Bad alum, Aaron Paul, man.
Bitch. Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, that's right.
He can't keep getting away with this.
Now, Powerplex is a very layered character. Now, obviously I've never read the series, so I never read the comic book. So Powerplex, I got introduced through the series, and basically he is what we've been trying to tell superhero movies. I mean, they've done it, they've done it, but like I would say like in early on, in the 2000s and shit, even in the animated series too. Like when they would show like superhero violence, whatever. The casualties.
Yeah, these are not the afterthoughts, like the effects of whatever it was.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and when in recent years we've seen it in Marvel movies like Age of Ultron,
Civil War.
You know what I'm saying? But and here they
and Batman v Superman actually we saw.
Yeah, Batman v Superman too. Yeah,
but this is the first time it was actually very very personal.
Yeah. They really layered out and flesh it out where you see this one guy just descend into madness because of his grief, of him losing his family to what Omni-Man and Mark did.
Yeah, here's the thing too. Keep doing because so he killed his own family by accident, put his own grieving process, but he still blames Mark for it. That's why.
That's the thing. Well, first of all, Mark has to bear the sins of his father. Like because of what happened, he has to the world blames him for what happened, for what him and Omni-Man were doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like they blame. Well, excuse me. Well, excuse me. They let me rephrase that. They blame him for Omni-Man's actions. Mark had no choice but to fight him because he was the strongest person to.
No. Here's the worst part of this. I sympathize for Powerplex to a point, but I lost a lot of that when he works for the GDA. He knows what actually is happening, and he still blames Mark for it.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, here's the thing. He was working for the GDA, but secretly he was trying to power himself.
But he saw that it was Nolan doing all that, not Mark.
Yeah, but he's basically a PSA for xenophobia. You know what I'm saying? So like, yes, he saw what Mark did, but he's like, but in his mind, he's like, if y'all two were not if you guys didn't exist on this planet, my family would be here. You know what I'm saying? Even like, and you have to think about it, he's so grief stricken. And like you said earlier, he was so grief stricken that he irresponsibly put his family
in danger
and killed them. Now I will say this: his wife, she was no better either. She definitely was egging him on.
They lost themselves.
The only person that was truly innocent in this was the baby. You know what I'm saying? And it's so sad because
he was neglecting his son throughout the entire time.
Yeah, because they were so wrapped up in trying to get revenge that they ended up, he ended up paying for it, and then it just further put him into madness because now he literally doesn't have anybody. He lost his sister and his niece, and now he lost his wife and his child.
And yeah, and now those discs are now attached to his body himself. He can't get rid of them.
Yeah, well, yeah, oh yeah, and what you mean his powers?
No, those discs that amplify his powers.
Yeah, and also he was not only was he just an emotional anchor, just to really once again ride home just how, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I'm so glad I don't live in a superhero universe, especially Invincible's universe, because good lord, you know, the amount of insurance and therapy that will be needed is at an all-time high.
Can you really try Invincible for any of those crimes? Because think about it.
No, you can't.
You send to prison, then who's going to defend the Earth? That's
no. I mean, he didn't. They know that he was trying to protect the Earth, but it's just like but at the same time,
he's sold by his own grief, honestly.
Exactly, yeah. So like he still gets blamed for it because they're basically saying like, well, damn, if you weren't like a superhero, you know, we wouldn't have to deal with this. And my thing is that with Powerplex, not only was he just an emotional anchor, he also was a physical threat too. Because again, Invincible once again shows you that they're willing to up the stakes. And the villains in this season, they definitely up the stakes.
Oh, speaking of, so when I moved to my favorite part of the series,
yeah, they definitely up the stakes. And Powerplex powers is that like Serge says, like when he gets hit, he gets stronger.
Yeah, but he's easy to just trade him. He'll like burn someone out.
And I love that because once again, it shows you that yes, Mark is all powerful, but there's beings out there that really humble his ass. You know what I'm saying? And once again, it shows you that like, well, yeah, he may have the powers of a god. It sucks. Mm-hmm. It sucks big time.
Okay, so now my favorite part of the season.
Say it.
The Invincible War.
You know, now look.
See, here's the thing. This is the one episode, the one series arc. I mean, I wish it was 2 episodes instead of just one. You know?
Yeah, because
it was 3 days of epic fighting. I wish we saw more of it though.
Let me tell you, right? Because when I first saw it, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of groaned because I was like, oh, we're doing variants again. Because I'm not gonna lie, Marvel kind of just put me out.
Okay. The Invincible did variants before the whole multiverse thing became a whole thing.
No, true, but I'm saying that but Marvel popularized the whole multiverse variant thing, right? So I was just like, oh, here we go again with this shit again. But I ain't gonna lie, the way that they displayed it here, I agree with Serge. We should have had a part 2 with it. Mm-hmm. Because I'm not gonna lie, like these guys, like you know, because of course, if you like I said, if you're keeping up with the series, you know that in other universes, Mark is exactly what exactly becomes what he fears. Did I say that right?
Yeah. Oh, in most universes, he's a bad guy.
Yeah, in most universes, he's a bad guy. So all these Invincibles that come from the different universes, they're all evil variants of him. And boy, oh boy, do they
cause mayhem.
Oh, they tear up shit.
Who's your favorite one right off the bat before anything else happens?
My favorite was, I like the Mohawk one.
Mohawk
Mark. What's his name?
Mohawk Mark.
No, hell, Mohawk.
Mohawk Invincible. How's that?
No, it was I think it was like Mo Hint, some stupid, but he was crazy.
Okay, he plays a big role later on though. I think probably season 5. I'm not gonna spoil anything right now.
Oh, I do want to add, they do a Spider-Man reference because he does go through one of the portals and we see Spider-Man and I was like, holy shit! No, they didn't do that.
Yeah,
they did.
Oh yeah, but yeah, okay. So my favorite, I have two.
Now think about it. If we get a live action for Secret Wars, could we get?
That'd be cool, like cameo.
Yeah, like a little cameo, Invincible cameo. I'm gonna fall out of my seat if I ever see that.
Oh yeah, okay. I have 2 favorites. Army Man Invincible. He killed his father and took his suit. And my second favorite is Viltrumite Prison Invincible. He spent a year in a Viltrumite prison. That's why he got all scarred up and everything.
Oh, the bald one.
Yeah, that guy has aura. And we had 2 versions where Mark did swear allegiance to Viltrumite. The one with the mustache, the one in his suit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, Mark, the Mark variants. Oh Lord, and another thing is like again, it once again it shows you just how Mark's life, because this dude cannot catch a break. Like every time, like they even show it. Like even when he goes to, like even when he's picked up by those 2 twins from the future to go stop what's his name? That was a
filler episode, honestly.
No, it's a filler, but I'm saying that like he can't catch a break because before that he has a date with Adam Eve, right? And then these 2 twins pick him up. They're from the future and they want him to stop a future Immortal, because Immortal is basically the king of that.
King of Copas.
Yeah, like and matter of fact, he actually was the right hand man to a future Mark. You know what I'm saying? And Mark left him, and so he just went crazy and killed everybody. But the thing is, Mark has to always has to stop his normal life. You know, this show constantly shows you this dude cannot have a normal life. Being superheroes is not fun, especially as powerful as Mark. And unfortunately, because of his heritage, you know what I'm saying? These Invincible variants, like they show the side of what Mark could have been.
The what ifs, basically.
Yeah, the what ifs. Yeah, basically what ifs, and they tear shit up. Like they literally they had to get all the Guardians of the Globe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we saw Brick first of all. Yeah, played by
Jonathan. What's his name? The dude, Mike from Breaking Bad.
Exactly.
Mike from Breaking Bad.
We saw Wolfman.
Yeah, you know.
We saw Tech Jacket. We saw what's the guy? The gunslinger. He blind himself. I forget his name. Damn it.
Oh yeah, the one that looked like Daredevil.
Yeah, the blue.
I forget his name, but
I'm sorry. I'm sad we didn't see Spawn though. Spawn did show up in the Invincible War, but he did die though.
Oh,
we saw the Hunk die.
Was it a multiversal shit?
Spawn, IP bullshit like that.
Yeah, but my thing is like they basically showed like an Avengers Endgame where like damn near every character from every superhero character from that Invincible verse coming together. You know what I'm saying? Like Guardians of the Globe is basically Justice League, so they all come together to stop these Invincible variants.
They must all lost to one guy, Goggleless Mark.
Yeah, no. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like they all come together, and you know they get their
they killed more than half the Marks.
Them variants put belt to ass.
True. They killed Baby Butler. That sucks.
Oh yeah, I saw. I'm like, is that Boss Baby or something? Like, he looked like Boss Baby. Like, yeah, they killed him, and that one alien dude that looked like Martian Manhunter, that purple one. Yeah. Like them Invincible people, like they wreak havoc, and we have to just bow our heads down. But R.I.P. Rex.
Yeah. He went out. You remember his name?
Rex went out like a G.
Explode. You remember that?
Rex went out like a G. Matter of fact, do you know what that that moment reminded me of?
What?
X-Men 97 Gambit.
Oh.
I think he is like a
similar power type.
Yeah, he I think Gambit was like the inspiration for him because they basically have like the same powers where they charge up shit. So basically, yeah, so Rex, and like we said, not like we said, sorry. Rex has been one of the most developed characters in the series.
He had a whole arc. He and Mark started off as like kind of to each other.
Yeah.
But they grew close, which I love seeing.
Yeah, and I love that. Like Rex started off this douchebag, but he became a guy that was maturing and everything like that. And here in season 3, he had the most depth, in my opinion, out of everybody because he was that guy that he's a guy that never had a normal child. Well, a lot of these guys don't have normal childhoods. But with him specifically, because he was dating, what's her name? Shrinking Ray? Yeah. Shrinking Ray wanted to have a normal life. Rex
didn't know how to have a
normal life. He didn't know how to. Like, it's not like he didn't want to, but, and that's another thing, and I liked how they showed that side where it's just like, it's not easy transitioning. Because when you grow up knowing that this is all you know how to do, it's hard to do, And Rex died knowing what he did best, being a superhero, and it's very sad because it's just like, damn. At times it seemed like he was gonna just leave the superhero thing altogether.
Yeah.
Like even though he said that like this is all he knew, it seemed at some point like maybe Shrinking Ray was gonna convince him. Honestly now I think about it, I think he was going to at some point, right?
I don't know. The comics, there was no Shrinking Ray and Rex relationship.
Well, no, forget the comics, but like because the comics, the Shrinking Ray's a guy, but in the show, I think like he did. Yeah, obviously he didn't know how to, but I think he was starting to come around it.
Yeah,
but he never got. The tragic thing is he never got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
As it is, okay. But yeah, so Mara explode, and here's kind of messed up part. We'll keep seeing his face as time goes on, though.
Does he like in the comic?
Remember Rudy? He's like a clone of him. His body is.
Oh wait, Rudy was he's like a 10-year-old version of Rex.
Yeah. So I'm gonna explore it as much as we can, but it's gonna be very
Wait, hold on. What the hell is that? Is that a bug?
What?
My trip.
That one? Yeah. No, I got it. But yeah, Rudy. Seeing Rudy become Rex, like as a person, but being himself, it's gonna be hard to watch. Honestly.
Yeah, that makes sense because he does look like Rex.
He's gonna look like Rex. Yeah.
Like I didn't. Now that I looked at it, I was like, oh yeah, like he has the red hair and everything like that. Like that's a younger version of him.
Yeah.
You know
Okay. But so now we go to the last part.
Or maybe, did they address it in the first season? Because I forgot.
They did, but then he just moved on. Okay, but yeah, last part of the video, last person we'll talk about. You know his name. You fear his name.
You just spat in my damn face.
Conquests.
Let me tell you right
Spy.
now. Let me tell you right now.
Boy
First,
Spy.
the great Jeffrey Lean Morgan. That's right. I'm calling him Lean Morgan. That's right. Because you know him as Negan. Every time he be leaning to the side or whatever like that. But let me tell you right now.
You fear this man.
If you thought Nolan was bad, this man is times 10 bad.
No, here it is. Conquest is to Nolan and what Nolan is to Mark.
Yes.
Season 1, basically.
When I tell you they upped the stakes with the villainy, this man was the penultimate. I mean, we're talking about ultimate demon. This dude was the ultimate demon. And guess what? He's not even the worst. Oh yeah, he definitely enjoyed it. But he's not even the worst one.
He's the second strongest villain.
He's the second worst one.
We won't get to who it was until at the very end of the video.
Yes. But the thing is, because like I said, and the villainy, even people like returning villains. I know you're not really a big fan. I know you weren't really a big fan of him this season, but Angstrom Levy, you know what I'm saying?
Like that guy.
You know, Angstrom Levy, I felt like
he's a stupid smart person. That's what he is.
Yeah, cause the thing is he's surrounded. He's too grief stricken. He's like Powerplex. He's too grief stricken and everything like that.
Yeah, so his plans is decide to like attack and ruin the life of the one good Invincible in the multiverse. Yeah,
when you think about it, it's stupid. Somebody made another point where it was just like, I think he of course I think his plan was because was to use them, like to kill this Mark, and then he was gonna dispose of the other ones.
Probably, yeah.
It's
still a stupid plan.
Yeah, it's stupid. All the villains, even the returning villains, they up the stakes. Ansem Levy, he upped the stakes by bringing those Invincible variants. You know what I'm saying? But Conquest is like General Zod, but like 10 times crazier.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
I forget. It said that he's about 10,000 years old.
That boy, that man is old. That man is old, but he don't move like he old. You know what I'm saying? When you're a Viltrumite, age don't mean shit.
But according to he actually is at the right age where he starts to lose a little strength.
Well, damn, if he's losing a little strength, oh Lord have mercy.
Oh yeah,
because he gave. I mean, Belta as that's not even the right word. He absolutely demolished. I mean, demolished. And what he did to poor Oliver, oh God.
Oh, he's not hard at least. So.
But the person that got it the worst was Adam Eve. Mark's girlfriend,
made her a donut.
I ain't gonna lie. Adam Eve, let me clap it up right now. Adam Eve, she held her own because I thought she was crazy going into. I mean, yes, she has to go help her boyfriend, so we understand that. But she was a little crazy too because I'm like, bro, do you see what she's doing to Mark? I thought that, well, if she's doing this to Mark, sorry, if Conquest is just ragdolling Mark, you're about to be food, like just easy food. But I'm not gonna lie, she was holding her own. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also they kind of hint, not the hint. They actually show the full extent of her powers. Like, nah, she's way
powerful.
Yeah, she's basically like Jean Grey. You know what I'm saying? Or Scarlet Witch, whatever, like that. When she really unlocks herself. But before that, before she like really powered up and everything, she was going head to head with them. I'm like, okay, like damn. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know you had it in you like that. But Conquest gave her that work. I'm talking about she literally dies. She dies, and I thought, oh my God, I can't take this anymore. Like I can't take this. This dude, like to me, I feel like this dude's gonna end with him taking over Earth or something like that.
No, yeah.
But she goes through like this Phoenix state or whatever, and she
burns his skin off.
Yeah, she burns his skin off.
It gives Mark the opening to like basically headbutt him to submission. At least
that is one of the Mark. He's crashed out. He's definitely crashed out a few, but this was the ultimate crash out. This was the ultimate crash out. Like he literally, like after Mark headbutted him like crazy, Conquest's face looked like goddamn lunch meat after that. It was horrible. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, if he ripped Oliver into half, I think I would have just ended the series right then and there. I can't take that. I'm like, please. Like this series doesn't give you time to breathe. It just you know what I'm saying? Like it just keeps going and going and just like, god damn.
Yeah, but again, so this season was nuts, honestly. And you want to see worse? Not worse, but it was better. Next season's gonna be seeing more and more crazy, more amp, more power. And we finally meet the one who's in charge of the Village Mind Empire. Say his name once.
I feel like if I say his name, he might just come down right now and just destroy us all.
Freddie Mercury.
He do look like Freddie.
That's a whole joke.
Oh,
right now.
You know what? Now I think about it. Now it's because I was like, why are they using Freddie Mercury in Invincible? Now I know why. I'm like, you know what? He do look like Freddie Mercury.
It's a joke.
All right,
in the comics and the fandom.
Well, I'm gonna say his name once. If I don't see us later on ever, just know that he probably came down and killed us. So I'm gonna say his name, and the only name you need to remember for season 4, Thrag,
who has now been cast. So now we have voice actor who's gonna.
And I love how they're doing it because they're not telling us who the voice actor is. And I'm like, I need to know. I need to know.
Before we end the video, though, give me your one
Dreamcast.
Yeah, Dreamcast yourself. I have my own. I told you about this before.
I said Bryan Cranston, Breaking Bad, Heisenberg. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. First of all, you got Aaron Paul playing Powerplex,
and
it's only right to get what I'm
Britt
saying?
being played by what's his name?
Mike from I forget his real name, but Mike from Breaking Bad. So hello, we got 2 people from Breaking Bad. It's only right to get what I'm saying, the MVP.
My Dreamcast is Chris Sabat, voice actor of Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z.
That's a good one. That's a good one too. You know what I'm saying? But yo, whoever it is, I just know that Mark is screwed. Like honestly, if I'm my advice to Mark, don't even come into season 4. Just lay down. You know what I'm saying? Because allow Thrag to take over Earth, please. Because you're not ready for that.
Okay.
You're not ready for that.
But hey, let us know what you guys see in the comments. Did you like the season? You hate it? Are you excited for the next season? Come out next year in 2026. We don't know the exact date, but it's coming next year because they want to release a season per year now.
Yeah, and don't forget, check out if you haven't check out our first
1,000 view video.
Oh yes, check out our 1,000 view video. You know what I'm saying? Keep running up those views, and also check out our other previous Invincible videos on season 3. I think we did episode 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. So check those out too.
Yeah.
But again, we love the support, and yes, like we said earlier, thank you once again for supporting us through this journey. You know what I'm saying? Like the 1,000, it means so much to us. You guys are the bosses, you know what I'm saying? You guys are the ones that keep us going to make these content videos and stuff. And
we appreciate it.
We appreciate it. Words can't really explain it. You know what I'm saying? We love y'all.
All right. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Really helps out our channel.
And we out.